All right, hey everybody. So here we're going to talk about assignment number one. We're at a point now where I think we have enough underneath our belts that we can look at applying some of these concepts. So assignment number one is going to be a short essay. Um, our goal here is to take everything that we've been learning in economics and apply it to a real world situation. So what I'd like for everyone to do is to kind of go out online, look for a current magazine article or newspaper article, and find a product that you're interested in. Let's make this kind of fun for you. For me, for example, I'm a music person, so I'm kind of interested in what's happening in the market for guitars. So that might be my particular product. But for you, anything that you find intriguing, something in line with your hobbies, and so on. So find a current news article, magazine article is fine, and make it about a specific product. And what you're wanting to do is to kind of explore this product and be thinking about the supply and demand model for it. So our objective then is to use this product as an example of the economic theory that we have been talking about. So the question really is just how does what we've been discussing through chapters 1 to 4 relate to this particular product? So I'm looking for a short, like I say, short essay, an explanation of the market for the product, including a graph of supply and demand for that product. You don't have to use specific numbers. I don't need to know exactly how many million guitars were sold or anything like that, but consider the overall market and what it is that you are reading about. So, what is changing in that marketplace, and how has that affected supply and demand, or how might it affect supply and demand in the future? Are we seeing shifts of the curves, and in what direction? What's going on with this particular product? So, using both written explanation and visual explanation, explain these market changes, these changes to supply and demand, and then show on the graph how those changes are working. What's happening with the curves, what might be happening with equilibrium, and so on. You are also free to make additional connections. Anything from chapters 1 to 4 you can discuss. So if you want to explain the PPC or the productions possibilities curve, if you want to do some explanation of the circular flow model, that's completely fine, just using that product as an example of it. And even concepts like scarcity, trade-offs, marginal benefit and cost, so on, is all good. Just think of it as a written explanation of the economic theory, and once again, taking a specific real world product and using that as the example to explain that theory. So with this, because it's a theory explanation, you want to be specific, use those key terms that are in the textbook. Um, be specific in your descriptions about what's changing. So, for example, if you're talking about an increase in demand, we don't just say demand is increasing, we're saying that demand is increasing due to changing tastes and preference of consumers. What is the determinant of demand? Why is it increasing? And so on. So that's the task. If you have any questions about that, please send me an email. But overall, what we're looking for is a straightforward, short essay. Here's kind of the formatting rules and the rubric. We're looking APA format. We need a cover page. I need a references list or a link to the article. 11-12 point font is fine. Make sure it's double spaced. But other than that, basic APA formatting is important. Um, in terms of length of this essay, just be thinking in about 500 to 800 words. This is not going to be a thesis. It's just going to be a couple of pages. 800 words is about 2 pages double spaced. So this is not going to be something that will take dozens of hours of your time. We're just looking for an explanation. I want to see that you're able to make that connection of the theory to the real world. So 500 to 800 words, that doesn't include the cover page, it doesn't include the graph, but be thinking along those lines, 1 to 2 pages. The information that you're referencing has to be current. something from within this last few months, but you can look anywhere in the world for the product that you're interested in. If you're absolutely stuck and you can't think of a product, just use housing costs or gas prices. Those are pretty common themes. And if all else fails, there's always housing prices and gas prices. Make sure that you include a copy of, or sorry, a link to the article itself, or even a copy of the article is fine. But I want to be able to go and look at that article and see what it is that you're reading, or any connected third-party resources that you've used as well. And that's it. We'll submit it by the deadline. We won't cheat when we're writing them. And of course, if you're having any issues, just give me a drop a line or drop into one of the sessions, and I'm happy to help. The rubric is laid out here at the very bottom of the assignment sheet. 2 out of the 10 points for formatting. Just have everything nicely done. This is an academic submission. And then 80% of the mark is for your description, your underlying understanding of the economic theory, and how well you're connecting it to that article information. So this is linked in assignments or evaluations, and this will be due on March 2nd. So we have a week after the break. So lots of time, but you can start working on that now. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, guys.